Hi folks, SeismicPanda here, and this is my very first Minecraft video. Woohoo! Seeing how it's my very first video, I thought I'd start off by showing you guys around a couple of my worlds. This one and another one that I've been playing on with the Better Than Wolves mod. This world is my very first one, and I started it out with vanilla, no mods, just straight out building, redstone stuff, etc. When I first started Minecraft, I was really into automation and trying out the different redstone contraptions that I found on YouTube. Particularly, I enjoyed the tutorials made by Xisumavoid. His narration and the way that he does his tutorials are just fabulous. But then I found the mod called Better Than Wolves, and since I've been playing with that, I've really enjoyed having a sense of having a goal to work towards. I'll talk more about that mod later, as when I get around to showing you the world that I did build with Better Than Wolves. But first, let's take a tour of this one. I think this might have been my actual spawn point, or somewhere very close to here, because I remember being terrified first spawning and not having anything and being afraid that the monsters would kill me. Zombies, oh, their sounds, the sounds that they make, I still get the creepies when I hear them. But yeah, I dug a mud hole into the ground here, stayed in the hole in pitch darkness until the sun came up. It was kind of hilarious now that I look back at it. I mean, I could have easily... I think I was actually playing in easy mode. And now, this, hardened veteran that I am is like, psh, come at me, bruh. But back then, I was just terrified of all those mobs. So, I started out with a dirt shack. I was gonna say hack. A little bit of stage nervousness there. So I started out with a dirt shack and kind of just expanded on that to be my very first base. I got a bunch of dogs, but I never really did anything with them. I just leave them sitting in the house like this, and they guard the territory, the inside of the house territory, against invasions, I guess? They just sit here and bark. Underneath, I made a little impromptu mushroom farm thing. Upstairs is the Xisumavoid wheat farm. Although I think I recently read or heard somewhere that this was originally a model built by Kirshar, and he just made a tutorial or expanded upon that. I really don't know. Don't quote me on that. I just had the impression that, oh, it was built by someone else, and so I could be totally wrong. Let's see, what else do we have? I have my Skittles farm. I was really excited to get all 16 colors, collect them all. I think I may have more than 16 here at the moment, and whoa, I don't know how that pig got in there, because when I first made this, I made sure to have only sheep in this pen, only cows in this one, and only pigs here. But somehow Mr. Piggins over there worked his way over to the sheep pen. I'm sorry, Mr. Piggins, I already have pink sheep. Your hide is not very useful to me. So moving on. Yes, so after building that, of course, a proper Minecrafter needs some kind of a tree farm, so an impromptu one here. I was experimenting with mushrooms and bone meal and kind of like the looks of that, even though they are kind of out of place. Over to this side, if you will join me, is a slime chunk, which we're romping over right now. This is all a slime chunk, and that is the first entrance that I made to it. It's very messy. When I first started making this slime farm, I didn't know exactly how it worked, so I started off by just emptying this one chunk here. Turns out there's another chunk right adjacent to it that is also a slime chunk, but or maybe it was two chunks, but I didn't want to bother with connecting them, so I just kind of blocked that one off. And as you saw before, I flooded it with water, and now this is serving as my official slime spawning place. I didn't really do a good job of lighting up the entire cave system down below, so the spawn rate is so-so, but you know, it gives me enough to work with, and so I'm happy. Another contraption that I got from one of Xisuma's tutorials, the slime reducer, I think he calls it. It was way fun building that one with all that lava and all, you know. Here is a chicken farm designed by Gaudamus, aka my boyfriend. And what this does is, I have a hatchet here to shoot in eggs when I get them from down here. Collect them eggs. So this is my collection point. This dispenser is supposed to serve as the collector slash, you know, chest storing area until you want to break some more eggs, but I figured this is pretty clunky. Keep on switching it like that, and yeah, I don't like it. So I just made this little hatch to throw my eggs in there. And on the other side, if I flip this switch, what it will do is allow the chickens to pass through the tunnel there into this netherrack fire, and I have chicken flambe. For some reason the chickens aren't jumping down and dying as they're supposed to, just getting swallowed up by the fire. Anyway, it's supposed to work, and in the past I've had no trouble with it, but maybe I haven't played in this world for quite a while now. Maybe the change in mob AI had something to do with it. Like, even while they're burning, they won't jump down because it's 2 blocks high. I have no idea. These little red orbs, I will get to them in a bit. They are part of the Better Than Wolves mod, which I have installed currently. But basically they're experience orbs that fall from mobs when they are killed by anything that is not me. For instance, fall damage, or sometimes creepers can blow up and kill other mobs, or skeletons can shoot other mobs. They all drop these, I think they're called dragon orbs, and you can't collect them by walking over them like normal energy orb or experience orbs, but have to have something called a hopper to successfully collect and inhale them. Moving on. Oh, I'm especially proud of this one. It's my pumpkin slash melon farm, and with a hopper. What? This wasn't supposed to happen. This entire row was supposed to be just pumpkin stems, but somehow they got trampled and the pumpkins grew sideways. I don't know what happened. But these 2 rows are redstone down below, so that if I step on that pressure plate, they'll pop up and give me the goodies. Oop. And oh yeah, so I forgot, but it also opens that little hatch door, fence gate. So this is like the mainland, and then I felt I needed a fancier base. I mean, a dirt shack is nice and all with the wheat farm up above, and oh yeah, I didn't show you the slime tunnel here. Yep, when slimes do spawn, they get reduced by that lava reducer down there, and then they climb up, and then they come down the chute and end up in this little pit here for me to collect. So, where was I? Oh yeah, I felt I had gained enough stature, and whatever is required of Minecrafters to build myself a proper base. And so I made myself this lily pad bridge across the pond and started planting trees in a square. Yeah, that wasn't the smartest or most intelligent decision I ever made. I kind of had the idea of having it integrated with the surroundings, but didn't really think deeply into the actual shape of the place. So it turned out to be very square, very bulky, and very ugly. And I told myself I'd work on it eventually, but never got around to it. But whatever. Yeah, so this is my abandoned base. And here is a little enchanting room where if I stand on this, all the bookshelves come together to get the highest level enchanting. And if I stand back, click on it, I get, relatively smaller levels. Although, with the new 1.3 update, we really don't need 30 bookshelves. Now this here are my chests. Cobblestone, armors and tools, dirt and gravel, crafted stuff, sand and clay, wood. I think this was the precious ores, yep. Bones and arrows have a separate chest because I happen to have a very good layout. That's not the word I want, but yeah. I have a dual spawner with skellies and zombies right next to each other. And we are going there right now. Here we are. So yeah, I left this here just in case I wanted to expand this railroad to somewhere, but I never really explored beyond this point, so it's kind of obsolete. Down here is a cave system in which I found the zombies and skeletons. I went through multiple iterations of this mob crush killing contraption. At first I had them go up and then fall. No, how did I do it? Oh, the spawners are actually above me, so I had them fall and then go down a water stream. No, I think I had 3 iterations. Okay, the first one, I took them up 23, 24, I forget. So they fell 23 or 24 blocks, and they would just wait there till I came up and killed them. No, that doesn't sound... Anyway, yeah, once I had a lava blade, and then another time I had... I really don't remember. Oh, how memory fails us. Yeah, so up here is where the actual spawners are, and it's big. There weren't redstone lamps or anything back in the day when I first made this, so it's just pitch black dark in there. So that one, the one closer to us is the skeleton, and the one farther away is the zombie, I think. And the way I have it set up now is they're carried down a stream of water, so they don't actually fall, I think. Let's see. Oh yeah, they fall into that water, so they don't take much damage. And then once they accumulate here, I plug up the chute that they fall down in, so they won't, you know, interfere with the ones that are already here. I push the ones that have congregated over, and then I flip that lever, and they will be crushed by these two blocks and suffocated until they come down to a one-hit state of heart. But yeah, I got tired of hitting them with my fist, so I made a bunch of splash potions. And the redstone room is back here. It's pretty clunky and chunky. I made it on the fly, so it's probably not the most efficient way to do it, but I was pretty proud of it when I first made it. Okay. So I think that's pretty much all I have in this world. Oh, except the nether, where I did make a blaze spawner. So I have farms and farms and farms, but then after I made all those farms, kind of felt empty. Oh, sheep, what are you doing here? I kind of felt empty inside, like there was no reason for having all these farms when it was just me running around. Harvesting was all I did. There was nothing to work towards. I wasn't really big into building back then, as evidenced by this and that. So yeah, I guess it's time to move on to my other world,